Hey YouTube, Fred here, GPS Northwest. We're inside of a 2011 Volkswagen Tiguan. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, but Tiguan. Brand new, nice vehicle. Today we're going to be putting in new stereo. We've got a Kenwood DNX 7160. It's a navigation unit. We've got an iPod video. That's going to be nice. iPod integration. Also doing a reverse camera. So we're going to be putting that in. I'm going to start by showing you how to pull out the stereo here just to get things started. First thing to do, disconnect the battery so you don't short anything out. You're going to need for pulling out the stereo pry bar tool, and then you got your good old Torx 20 there. That's all you're going to need. So I'm going to go actually disconnect the battery, but one quick tip anytime you're going to replace the stereo is first thing to do, hit the eject button. Make sure that there's no CDs in there, because happens all the time. You put the new stereo in and then, oh, did you get my CD out of there? No, I didn't. You didn't say anything. So anyway, we're going to do that, and I'll be back to show you what the dash pull-out's like. Alright, so it's a good thing we did the eject trick, because probably can't read that, but this is the Kick-Ass Shit CD, so I'm sure my customer would have been pretty disappointed if he didn't get that one out of there. Anyway, we'll start with the pry bar. Basically, the first thing we do is pop out these two panels. Easiest way to do that, nice skinny pry bar. Don't do this with screwdriver, it's going to chew up the dash. Right here, the very bottom, right in the center, stab it in. It's the quickest place to get these to pop out real nice. This one's got a connector for the airbag light. Little pocket screwdriver sometimes helps for connectors like this. I don't usually use one, but makes it nice. Pop this one, no connectors in that one. I got two Torx 20s on both sides inside here, so we'll take those out real quick. Grab the Torx 25. I'll be right back. Torx 20. Those two screws come out, and this bezel pops out around it. Just try right there at the bottom. That's good. Just kind of work your way around. Go easy. You don't want to break anything. Be sure that there's no other screws, but sometimes the clips can be stubborn. You just want to go slow and smooth, not to break anything. Got your hazard switch right here. Unplug that. Popped out the back there. That's good. So there's our stereo. These here, 4 Torx 20s around the outside of the stereo. Pretty basic. No special radio keys, just some Torx bits and pry bars. Alright, we got those 4 out. Should be able to just jiggle the radio out of its spot. Sometimes they're in there kind of firm from the factory, but we're going to get it. Pry bars from the sides help break it loose. Alright, there she is. Alright, here's the stereo out. Here's another quick thing I recommend, especially on a 2011. This thing is brand new. Always have like a towel or any kind of a shop rag or whatever if you're going to be setting the stereo or other components, just so you don't scratch anything up. I mean, I got the air vent controls behind here, and I don't want to get those messed up, especially while I'm kind of trying to show this to you on the camera. This is your antenna connection here, and let's see if we can get the camera around the back side here. It's kind of blurry. This gray tab right here lifts up, and then this whole thing will wiggle out. There we go. That's off. This one over here, classic Volkswagen Mercedes style plug. Oh, watch my napkin there. Okay. On the back side of this, you can see right here, you want to pinch that. When you pinch these two little tabs together, and this rocks upwards, and that's out. Now the stereo is dangling, so careful with that. Let's get that out of our way. And now, got a fresh dash. This one's got lots of nice room back there. I'm going to have space to put everything I need. So here's a quick look at the dash with the wires before I button everything up and call it good to go. One thing to note though, this is the antenna cable that we pulled from the back of the stereo. Doesn't match the antenna adapter I got from Metra. They show for the 2009 and 2010 Volkswagen Tiguan the, let's see, that's a 40, I know that's hard to read here, but it's a 40 EU55 adapter, and it's got a single end like that, and then obviously on this one we've got a double end. So I don't know if it's like this on all the Tiguans or if just in 11 they changed. Not quite sure yet. We'll find out. It's like I said, this is a brand new car, so sometimes they change in the middle of years, but usually if the body's still the same, usually it's the same, but that's not always the case. Anyway, just run through these real quick. This is USB, the iPod adapter, which I've got mounted here in the glove box, and that's the USB that connects to the stereo, and then these are the audio and video inputs for that iPod. Like I said, the antenna. This is the basically the wiring harness for the vehicle. This is CAN bus, so it requires a special little module, like radio retention harness, basically is what they used to be called at least. And so anyway, that's all wired up. But actually, this is great because this actually gives me vehicle speed sensing, reverse wire, and what else do I get? Parking brake. I get parking brake out of that, so that's nice. I don't have to chase those wires down. That's just good to go. Here we've got, well, this is kind of a big mess of stuff, but this is all for the reverse camera. And we got the video that'll plug into the stereo and video input for the reverse camera. And this deck actually has a plug output for wiring up this reverse camera directly to it, so I don't have to like tap the radio harness to wire that up. And then last we got the little microphone for Bluetooth and voice controls, and I've got that mounted right there. So anyway, we're going to wrap this up and I'll show you a picture when we're done. Didn't want to forget about the GPS antenna. I actually just mounted it right on top of the stereo itself. It's got a magnet mount, and it will work just fine in that location. Basically, you can put it anywhere underneath the dash as long as it's got a clear line of sight through the windshield and it's not blocked by any metal. Almost always I put them underneath the dash somewhere where I can find a good location. Sometimes right on top of the stereo works just fine, and that's the best place for it anyway. But certainly don't have to go to the roof or anywhere else for that matter. Some people like to just put them right on top of the dash. They feel like they get a better reception there, but honestly it doesn't matter as long as it's not blocked by metal, so keep it simple. Reverse camera right there. Alright, so this one's all good to go. Got the iPod cable hooked up here in the glove box. I like to leave enough room so that the driver can comfortably use this. I mean, you know that it's got full control, but just plugging in and out, it's got a little more room, make it comfortable. This one's got a full function remote that comes with it, so that's nice. We've got the reverse camera hooked up, automatic switching. We get to see the back of the shop garage door. I know it's a blur on the video here, but actually the color on that's really nice. I can actually see the reflection of the red taillights on the shop garage door, and it just looks really clean. So everything's good to go, except for one quick thing. Even though I knew better, it still got me this time. So worth noting that this here, your passenger airbag switch light, basically that needs to be plugged back in before the battery goes back on. I did the mistake of plugging in the battery just to test things out here before I buttoned up the dash, and that threw the airbag light. So now you can see that it's stuck on there. Really not that big of a deal. I know it didn't do any harm to the vehicle. The airbags would still deploy. However, it's just since it saw the switch disconnected, it needs to be taken to the dealer so they can turn that code off. So don't let that happen to you. You know, if you're going to be doing this, just make sure that you put this switch back in before you put the battery on. That way the car never realizes that it's not hooked up. Other than that, we're good to go. Thanks for watching.